From Liverpool in 1760, the wealthy Collins family set sail to find a new home. When Barnabas has grown up to be a man, he's played by Johnny Depp, and has been adored from afar by Angelique, played by Eva Green. However, she is from a lower class and works as a servant at the house. Though Barnabas is attracted to Angelique, he tells her that he does not love her. But what he doesn't realise is that he spurned a witch. She brings about the death of his parents, which she makes to look like an accident. Barnabas isn't fooled by this, and he becomes obsessed with black magic and ancient curses. However, in these dark moments, he finds his one true love, Josette. But the jealous witch puts a curse on him that everything he loves will die. Josette finds herself walking towards the edge of a cliff, with Barnabas following her. When she reaches the edge of the cliff, she turns around to him and says, "Help me," before falling backwards. Seeing her lying there on the rocks with the sea crashing all around her, he throws himself from the edge of the cliff too. Barnabas, though, doesn't die because Angelique has turned him into a vampire. She realises that he will never belong to her, so she turns the townspeople against him. They chain him into a coffin and bury him deep into the ground. Nearly 200 years have passed and it's 1972, and we see a young woman travelling on a train. She is on the way to Collingwood to become the new governess for the family's son David. While sat alone, she practices her introductions. She starts with the name Maggie, but then changes it to Victoria after seeing a poster on the carriage wall. When she reaches the once grand house, you can see that it's in a state of decay. She is greeted by the family matriarch, Elizabeth Collins Stoddard, played by Michelle Pfeiffer, who introduces her to the strange family, and Dr. Hoffman, played by Helena Bonham Carter. She tells the new governess that David's mother was drowned at sea 5 years ago, and he was having trouble accepting her passing. He believes that her ghost visits and talks to him. The daughter takes great delight in telling her that she is just one of a long line of governesses. Meanwhile, on a building construction site, a chained coffin is found, and something is still stirring inside. I adore the gothic look that Tim Burton brings to his films. They remind me of the old Hammer horror films that you'd get in the late 60s, 70s. To conclude the connection, there's even a cameo by Christopher Lee, who starred in many of those old films. I wanted to like this film so much. I really enjoy the gothic genre, the comic book comedy horror, but for some reason this film doesn't quite work. The storyline isn't quite strong enough, and I'm a little confused to who this film was actually aimed at. Is it for a family? Is it for people like me? I'm not too sure. I think that's where it's failed, that it's not really aiming at one audience or the other. I think I'm going to put this one down as a missed opportunity. Just a bit more story, I think, would have done it.